a, what is it, promise?
A sign.
A sign, I'm sorry, a sign. As long as the nation of Israel exists in the earth, and they do exist in the earth. The Lord said as long as the sun there's the sun for a light by day and the moon for a light by night, the nation of Israel will always be here. We still got them ordinances. So throughout our generations, read on.
Exodus 31:13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Lord, that doth sanctify you.
That doth sanctify you. On the Lord's Sabbath, He lock you in. He lock you in, you getting rest, you honoring it, you respecting the Lord's Sabbath, you study, He builds you up, He give you the juice, He give you what you need in the Sabbath. He sanctifies you on that day. Come on.
Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you.
It's holy unto you. It's pure. You cannot defile it. You cannot go shopping on the Sabbath. You cannot be stroking on the Sabbath. You can't be into any of that. Purity on the Sabbath. Read on.
Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
Right. Now, let's understand this. This here, what he's reading, Ezekiel 31, is the Old Testament. So what does that mean? That means that, no, today we will not put you to death for defiling the Lord's Sabbath. Back in this time, people were stoned. They had spears put through them. All type of madness for defiling the Lord's Sabbath. What's going to happen today is, the Lord is waiting. You know this proverb in Matthew, when he said, when the angel asked, should I go through and gather up the wheat now? To cast the weeds now and cast them to the fire? The Lord said, no. Wait till that great day of harvest. Gather them all up, because if you go through wheat, grab them all up now, you might grab up some of the righteous. Some that the Lord got reserved to bring through. He said, so wait. The tears. The tears. So the Lord, so we got to wait. There's no knocking off anybody to defile the Sabbath. Now you defile the Sabbath, you defile it. You got to see the Father. And then that judgment will fall upon you. And that day, you'll be, put to death. You'll be put to death in the great and dreadful day of the Lord. You'll be put to death. Read on.
Exodus 31:14. Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you.
Right.
Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
Everyone that defileth shall surely be put to death. Read on.
For whosoever doth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from amongst his people.
That soul shall be cut off from amongst his people. That soul, that imagination, that character, that person is cut off. Not today, like I said. Today, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. But when the Lord comes, you got a problem. When the Lord comes, you got a problem. That's the 17th verse? Nope. Read on.
Exodus 31:15. 6 days may work be done.
6 days.
But in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest.
Right.
Holy to the Lord.
Right. Praise the Lord. Now, I'm going to take the minute to boast. 6 days. 6 days. If you need to work and pay your bills, if you need to work 2, 3 jobs, do what you need to do. I do it. I do all I can do within that 6 days. On the 7th day comes sweet, because I cut everything off. Everybody. It don't matter. So 6 days, you got it. You got it, man. Do all you can. Run. Work. Get all the overtime you can get in that 6 days. In that 6 days. Saturday night, if you call it, say I'm coming in Saturday night. You work Saturday night through Thursday night, through to sundown Friday if you need to. If you need to. Get it in. But the 7th day is holy unto the Lord. Honorable. Praise the Lord. Let's go back to Hebrews. That was the 17th? No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Exodus 31:15. 6 days may work be done, but in the 7th is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whosoever doth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death.
Surely. So in that great and dreadful day, like I said, we can't execute these things today. We just put it out there. We just put it out there for them that say, I know that. Come on.
Exodus 31:16. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, for a perpetual covenant.
For a perpetual covenant, as the brothers brought out in his dietary law lesson. Forever. This thing is forever. It don't go away. Perpetual. It does not go away. So as long as the nation of Israel exists in the earth, as the Lord said, as long as the sun and the moon is in the sky, the nation of Israel does exist. This is a perpetual covenant. You can't change this thing up. You cannot change this thing up. No equivocations. You can't turn from this thing. There's no buts, ands, buts about it. How you know? No ifs, and buts about it. You can't change this thing up. It's a perpetual covenant.
Exodus 31:17. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever.
Forever.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed.
And rested and was refreshed, because he did all he had to do. in that 6 days. You can do the same too. Don't come with no excuses, man. I got to do this. I got to do that. No excuses, man. No excuses. Lock in the Lord's Sabbath. Let's go back. He's all about the Lord's Sabbath. Check it out. Let us fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. It's a problem if you come short.
Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto thee. Them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
Right. Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. Give me that. Ezekiel 22:23. Right. In this chapter right here, this is going to give me from the verses when you get to me. Give me that Ezekiel 22.
Ezekiel 22:23.
Right.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto her, Thou art the land that is not cleansed.
Right. Thou art the land that is not cleansed. Thou art a people that aren't cleansed. From what? From your filthiness, from your wickedness, from all of your abominations. Read on.
Nor rained upon in the day of indignation.
Nor rained upon in the day of indignation, meaning you ain't getting no juice. You jacked up. And this is our day of indignation. We jacked up. You ain't getting no juice. Why you ain't getting no juice? Because you caught up in lies, man. You comfortable in lies. You don't want it. You comfortable right where you are. But check it out.
Ezekiel 22:5. There's a conspiracy of her prophets.
22:25.
Ezekiel 22:25. There is a conspiracy of her prophets,
right,
thereof like a roaring lion.
Right, they got a plan. Her prophets got a plan. Who are the prophets? The ministers, the bishops, the deacons, the reverends, the fathers, all them cats. There's a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy. C-O-I-conspiracy. There's a conspiracy amongst them. Trap these people off. Keep them trapped off. Keep them trapped off. From the Catholic that canonize everything, down to the Episcopalians, the Lutherans, the Baptists, the Muslim, all of them. Trap these people off. Trap them off. Keep them confused. It's a conspiracy, like lions raving in the prey. Raving them, tearing them up. You can't see it. That's why it's religion. It's religion. It's all denominations and all the whole house of Israel. The whole nation is trapped up in one fraction, one denomination or another. Trapped off in the lies. Trapped off. They can't get out of it. Some of them don't want to get out of it. Read it.
They have devoured souls. They have taken the treasures and precious things. They have made her many widows in the midst thereof.
Many widows in the midst thereof. Why? Because some brothers stand up and they shoot them down. Women that left. I'm talking carnal now. I'm talking carnal. But this turns over to spiritual. The men that stand up, they lie